what is my total number of outcomes? So 8 plus 7 is 15. So out of 15, we have to choose 5. The concept of combinations is used here to find the probability. 4 by 15 is the probability of getting a odd numbers from the numbers 1 to 15. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. This is your Shruti ma'am, lecturing in Vidyashram, the Temple of Excellence, Mysore. So welcome to the third session on probability. So in our previous classes, we have learned what are the basic concepts of probability and also simple terms and problems which helped us to find the probability of certain events. So today I'll continue the same on probability, that is the problems dealing with probability using combinations. Why combination? As I said in my previous session, when we have a particular single event, it is very easy to find the probability by taking the definition of classical approach, that is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes, where for example, getting an odd number when a die is rolled, getting two heads when two coins are tossed simultaneously, or getting doublets when two dice are rolled. So every time you will be having a single outcome for an event. So here we are going to find the probability of combination. Why combination? So let us see why combination are using to find out the probability. So here is my first example or my first question. Two cards are drawn from a well-shuffled pack of playing cards. The probability that both are same color, both belong to same suit, both are aces, 1 Q and 1 K. As I said in my previous session, you will be having 52 cards. Out of them, 26 are red and 26 of them are blue. And in 26 red, you are having two different sets. That is, one is diamond and another one is heart. So you will be having different suits for black also. That is spade and club. So in each set, you will be having a number from A1 to till jack. So similarly, for all the suits, you will be having 13 sets of cards. So now, for this question, my total probability is always 52. But in the previous example, you are able to choose only one card. So therefore, the probability is very simple to calculate. Here, you have to choose two cards. So there comes the selection. Okay, so that is why the concept of combinations is used here to find the probability. So let us study them one by one. Now I have to find the probability of both are same color. So let me take my first question. So let it be an event of getting red or black. So both color or both cards should be of the same color. That means two of them is either red or two of them are black. So therefore, red or black. How many reds we have? We have 26 reds. How many cards we have to choose? Only two cards. Or represents addition. So 26 cards of black. Choosing is 2. So therefore, my M will be 26C2 plus 26C2. So that is either red card or black card. So if I take this as an event A, then probability of A for this question will be 26C2 plus 26C2 divided by 52C2. So how I can write this in terms of combination, that is 26 into 25, that is choose only two factors, divided by 2 plus 26 into 25 divided by 2 whole divided by 52 into 51 whole divided by 2. So on calculation, you will get this as 21 divided by 25. So now we'll come across both belong to the same suit. So what happens when both belong to the same suit? We have 4 suits. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So each suit has 13 sets of cards. 13 sets of cards. What is my question? Both of them should be of same suit. That is 13C2 or 13C2 hearts or 13C2 spades or 13C2 clubs. So what happens here? So if I take B as an event for this question, so the 2 cards may be hearts or the 2 cards may be diamond or the 2 cards may be spades or the 2 cards may be club. So this is what my favorable outcome. So what is my M here? M is 13C2 plus 13C2 plus 13C2 plus 13C2. So therefore, what is my probability of B? Here you can write this as 4 into 13C2. How many times it is repeated? 4 times. So divided by 52C2, which is the total number of outcomes. So calculating this, 4 into 13C2 can be written as 13 into 12 divided by 2 whole divided by 52 into 51 divided by 2. On calculating this, we are left with 4 by 17. We'll come across the third case, that is both or aces. How many ace cards you have? You have 4 cards of ace. So out of 4 cards, you are supposed to choose only 2. Therefore, my selection will be 4C2. That is, my favorable outcome is 4C2. So therefore, what happens here? Here, suppose I take C as an event. Here my answer is 4C2 whole divided by 52C2. That is 4C2 is 4 into 3 divided by 2 divided by 52 into 51 by 2, which gives to 1 by 221. So we will take the last question, 1Q and 1K. So how many Q you have? You have 4 Qs, that is 1 Q in each suit and 1 king in each suit. So totally 4 you have. So it is 1 Q and 1 Q. Remember the word and represents multiplication. So you are supposed to choose 1 queen card and 1 king card. So choosing 1 king and 1 queen, I have 4 queens and 4 kings. So and is given in between. So therefore my M is 4C1 into 4C1. So therefore if I take this D as an event for this problem, then probability of D is given by 4C1 into 4C1 divided by 52C2. Remember the formula of NC1. So this is the property of NC1. NC1 is nothing but N. So you can directly write it as 4 into 4 divided by 52 into 51 divided by 2. So that is equal to 8 divided by 663. So this is what I'll get. So moving on to the next question. A bag has 15 tickets numbered from 1 to 15. 2 tickets are drawn at random from the bag. Find the probability that both the numbers drawn are odd or prime. So it has a 15 tickets numbered from 1 to 15. So that is, you have a number 1, 2, 3, etc. 15. So what you are supposed to do is, you are supposed to select any 2 numbers. 2 numbers, and that 2 numbers must be odd in case of first question and prime in case of second question. If they are odd, what are my possibilities? If they are odd, my possibilities are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. So these are my possibilities. If they are prime, what are my possibilities? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. So this is my possibilities. So my n is equal to 15 here. So 15 C2 here, because out of 15 numbers I am going to choose 2 numbers. So therefore what happens here? So for odd, if event A is getting odd, then M is here. How many odd we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 odd numbers we can have. So therefore probability of event A is 8C2 divided by 15C2. That is 8 into 7 by 2 over 15 into 14 divided by 2, which is equal to 4 by 15. Similarly, we can find for prime. Okay, so if I take B as getting prime. So what happens here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 primes. So therefore, my selection or the probability will be 6C2 and divided by 15C2. So what is 6C2? 6 into 5 divided by 2 whole divided by 15C2 is 15 into 14 divided by 2, which is equal to 1 divided by 7. So this is the chance or probability of getting prime number, and 4 by 15 is the probability of getting a odd numbers from the numbers 1 to 15. Moving on to the next question. A bag contains 5 red, 7 yellow and 8 green marbles. 3 marbles are drawn randomly from the bag. What is the probability that all the 3 are red? So here we have 5 red, 7 yellow and 8 green marbles. So total we have 20 marbles. My selection is to choose 3 marbles. So what happens here? My total number of outcomes is 20C3. That is, out of 20 marbles, you are supposed to choose 3 marbles. Now let me calculate the favorable outcomes for each case. So what happens if all the 3 are red? How many reds we have? We have 5 reds. If all the 3 are reds, then my chance or my favorable outcome will be 5C3, because out of 5 there are 3 reds. So therefore the selection will be 5C3. Second case, all the 3 are same color. That is, either they will be red or yellow or green. So since or I am using, what happens here? My M will be equal to 5C3. Or I will use, either they may become red or yellow. So 7C3 or green. So or green 8C3. So this is what my favorable outcome. For next question, they are of 3 different colors. So we have to choose 3 marbles. All the 3 must be of different color. So therefore, one must be red, one must be yellow and the other must be green. So therefore, what happens here? My selection will be in this way. 5C1, 1 red, 1 yellow and 1 green. So that is, my selection will be like this. So you will be having 3 cards of different color. So let me calculate the probability of each case. So my first case, I'll take it as event A. So therefore, probability of an event for the first case is 5C3 divided by 20C3. That is, 5C3 means writing 3 factors of 5, 4 and 3. Denominator will be 3 factorial, that is 3 into 2 into 1 or 3 into 2. Similarly here 20 into 19 into 18 divided by 3 into 2. Okay, so the answer will be 1 divided by 114. For the next question, I have M, or condition is used. Since 3 of them must be of the same color, either all 3 are red or green or yellow. So what happens for this? I'll take the event as B. So therefore, probability of B will be 3 of them are red, or I have used so plus. Okay, so 3 of them are red, 3 of them are yellow, or 3 of them are green. So divided by, what is my total number of outcomes? That is 20 C3. So expand this, you will get 5, 4, 3 divided by 3 into 2 plus 7, 6, 5 divided by 3 into 2 plus 8, 7, 6 by 3 into 2 whole divided by 20, 19, 18 divided by 3 into 2. On solving this, we'll get, so 101 divided by 1140. So this is the value of the probability for this question. So let me take a look about third question. They are of 3 different colors. So all of them must be of 3 different colors. So all of them are of different colors. So let me choose it as event C. So probability of C. So here one must be of red color, one must be of green color, and one must be of yellow color. So therefore here it will be 5C1 into 7C1 into 8C1 divided by 20C3. So simple calculation here, we know NC1 is equal to N. So therefore 5C1 is 5, 7, 8 divided by 20, 19, 18 all divided by 3 into 2. So on calculating this, so I will get 14 by 57. So this is what I'll get. So look here. So this is how we will take the favorable outcome. So for the first question, all of them must be red. So I have 5 red. In that I have to choose only 3 cards which are red. So therefore M will be 5C3. For my next question, all the 3 must be same color. So either they are red or green or blue. So the same condition. So 5 reds out of 3 reds. Out of 5 reds we have to choose 3 reds, or out of 7 yellow we have to choose 3 yellow, or out of 8 green we have to choose 3 greens. So since OR is used, we are taken the sum of probability. So again coming to the next question, they are of 3 different color. So each color should be there. That is red one color, green one color, and yellow one color. So therefore the concept of AND is used. AND is nothing but multiplication. So therefore 1 red and 1 green and 1 blue is written in this form. That is product of probability is taken. So that is how I'll get the probability for that question. A committee of 4 has to be selected from 9 boys and 6 girls. What is the probability that the committee contains 2 boys and 2 girls? So here I have to form a committee of 4. So this is my selection out of 9 boys and 6 girls. So they have given the selections also. They should contain 2 boys and 2 girls. So therefore, what is my event there? Choosing 2 girls and choosing 2 boys. That is, out of 9 boys, we are supposed to choose 2 boys. Out of 6 girls, we are supposed to choose 2 girls to form a committee of 4. So therefore, if I take this as an event A, so that will be my favorable outcome. And what about my total outcomes? So how many boys and how many girls we have? 9 boys and 6 girls. That is, in total, we are having 15 people. Out of them, a committee of 4 has to be formed. So this is my total number of selection, and this is the selection about the girls and boys. So if I take event as A, then the probability of A will become 9C2 into 6C2 whole divided by 15C4. That is 9C2, select 9, 8 divided by 2. Select 6 and 5 divided by 2. So here the combination 4, 15, 14, 13 into 12 divided by 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, or you can write, or you can just write 2. So on calculating this, so we will get 36 divided by 91. So this is what I will get. So next question. An urn contains 4 white, 2 green and 4 black balls. 3 balls are drawn at random. What is the probability that the drawn balls are 3 white, 1 white, 2 green, 1 of each color? So the same concept which we used in the third problem. So an urn contains 4 white, 2 green and 4 black balls. So in total, how many balls we have? That is n is equal to 10. Okay, but how many balls we have to choose? What is the probability that the drawn balls are 3 whites? So we have to choose 3 balls from the total. That is, all of them are white. So if all of them are white, my favorable event or my favorable outcomes will be 4C3, because out of 4 whites, I can choose 3 white. If 1 is white and 2 is green, remember 1 white and is important. So 1 white means M is 4C1. Since and is there, multiply. 2 greens. So we are left with 2 greens, that is 2C2. Next, 1 of each color. So we have white, green and black. 1 of each color means 4C1. So 1 white color out of 4 colors and 2C1. 1 green color out of 2 green color and 1 black color out of 4 black colors. In total, there are 3 balls of different colors. So let me calculate the probability now. So what happens for white? If I take A as an event, then probability of A is given by 4C3 divided by 10C3. Remember the properties here. I have NCn minus 1 is equal to n. Also, NC1 is also n. Then NCn will be 1. So using these properties for the calculation, it is very easy to find. So I have 4C3. So here I can write 4 divided by 10C3 means 10 into 9 into 8 divided by 3 into 2. On calculating this, I'll get this as 1 by 30. So similarly for the second question, if I take B as an event, then probability of B can be taken as 1 white and 2 green, that is 4C1 into 2C2 divided by 10C3. NC1 can be written as n, so 4C1 can be written as 4. NCn can be written as 1, so 2C2 can be written as 1. And here is again 10, 9, 8 divided by 3 into 2. On calculating this again, I will get 1 by 30. You can see here we have the same calculation. Next one of each color. So one of each color means my favorable outcome is this. So if I take C as an event, then probability of C is given by 4C1 into 2C1 into 4C1 whole divided by 10C3. So use the concept of NC1 which is equal to N. So therefore here 4 into 2 into 4 divided by 10 into 9 into 8 divided by 3 into 2. On calculating this, we will get 4 by 15. So this is what about the question given here. So when it is 3 whites, you should select all the 3 whites from 4 whites. 1 white, 2 green. The selection will be like this. And one of each, that is there are different colors, the selection will be like this. When you know the selection, it is easy to find the probability value. So here is my next question. From 8 gentlemen and 7 ladies, a committee of 5 is to be framed. What is the probability that this committee consists of exactly 2 ladies, at least 3 gentlemen, at most 2 ladies? So let us study the different cases. So first case is I have to select in that way, there are exactly 2 ladies. So I have 8 gentlemen and 7 ladies. A committee of 5 has to be framed. If there are exactly 2 ladies, then 3 men must be selected. So therefore, for my first question, if I take event A, then probability of an event will be 8C3 into 7C2. What is my total number of outcomes? So 8 plus 7 is 15. So out of 15, we have to choose 5. So therefore, my n will be 15C5. So therefore, here it is 15C5. So on calculating this, on solving this, we will get it as 1176 divided by 3003. Next, let me take my second question, that is at least 3 gentlemen. Remember, we have 8 gentlemen and 7 ladies. We are supposed to choose 3 gentlemen, then the possibility will be 2. So since it is given at least, we can choose more men. So if I choose 4 men, then here the chance is only 1 because committee of 5 has to be formed. If all 5 are men, then there is no ladies. So these are the cases here. So what happens here for my probability? I can write this as, so 8C3 into 7C2, or the selection may be like this, or the selection will be 8C4 into 7C1, or 8C5 into 7C0. So total divided by again 15C5. If I take this as probability of an event B, then this will be like this. So on calculating this, we will get it as 1722 whole divided by 3003. This is what I get. So moving on to the next question, at most 2 ladies. So I have again 8 gentlemen, 7 ladies, 5 has to be formed. At most 2 ladies means maximum I can select 2. I can reach the minimum also, that is 2, 1, 0. This is nothing but what? If 2 ladies are there, so remaining will be men, that is 3, 4, 5. You can see here, the previous one, the selection is same as like this. That is at least 3 gentlemen is nothing but at least 2 ladies. So you just for this question, you can write the calculation part and write the direct answer. Since you have calculated it already, no need to calculate again or write. So you can directly write the answer for this question. So that is here for the third question, I can frame the same formula 8C3 into 7C2, or 8C4 into 7C1 or 8C5 into 7C0. The total is divided by, that is, what is the number of persons here? 15%. In that I have to choose 5%. So on calculating this, we'll get the same result as the previous one, that is 1722 divided by 3003. So this is how we will use the calculation of permutation using combination. Why combination? Because we are selecting more than one person or more than one outcomes here. Whenever you have to choose more than one outcomes, the thing is you have to use the concept of combination. So remember all the properties of combination so that it makes simple calculation. So I hope you understood the concepts behind the probability using the combination. So we'll meet you in the next session. Until then, take care, keep watching, keep learning and keep exploring. Thank you.